A unique structure, a revolutionary wonder of technology. That's how the British celebrated the completion of the Tower Bridge more than 120 years ago. The iconic landmark has spanned the Thames River in the heart of London since 1894.
I was born in London, I grew up in London, so it is the symbol of our city. The more that you work here, the more you realise what an extraordinary place it is, you know, from going up to the high-level walkways where we're 33.5 metres above the road, going right down to the base, the very base of the foundations where you're below the river level.
Richard Smith knows what he's talking about. Since 2012, he's been guiding tourists around what may be Europe's most famous bridge. The fairy tale towers are the ultimate monument to Victorian neo-Gothic style. But the bridge, which draws almost 1 million tourists a year, also has some modern elements.
The glass floors were put in 2014 to heighten the visitor experience here at Tower Bridge. Each of these panels weighs over half a tonne. They are 8 centimetres thick. It's extremely strong. You can have up to 150 people on here, 5 elephants at a time. We've never managed to get 5 elephants in the lift though, sadly, so we can't prove that.
The Tower Bridge was built at the end of the 19th century to relieve the jam-packed streets of London, which had the most traffic in the world at the time. Construction took 8 years. Architect Horace Jones based his design strictly on the style of the famous Tower of London. It wasn't until the silver coronation jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II in 1977 that the steel parts were painted Britain's national colours, red, white and blue. Today, the 244-metre bascule and suspension bridge is still one of the city's most important traffic arteries. Every day, 40,000 people have to pass through the bottleneck. But even at rush hour, ships always have the right of way. There are no exceptions.
Back in 1997, the then President of the United States, Bill Clinton, and his wife Hillary were having dinner with our Prime Minister, Tony Blair, and his wife in a restaurant very close by. They stayed a little longer than they scheduled to, and they left in 4 vehicles. The first 3 vehicles went through the barriers. The blue gates closed, signifying a bridge lift, leaving Bill Clinton stuck in South London on his own with just a bodyguard and a rather anxious driver.
The Tower Bridge's majestic appearance has made it one of London's most frequently photographed landmarks. Many Euromax viewers have immortalized themselves in pictures taken in front of the bridge.
This is a magical place, and I'm really happy to see from real something that always is like an icon in the world, but especially because I think there is a very ancient energy in this part of the city.
It's a lot prettier than I thought it would be.
Yeah, a lot prettier than we imagined.
Yeah, it's amazing. And like it's such a nice view of London, and like you can take everything in.
I really like how old all this stuff is. We're from the States, so all of our monuments don't date back this far, so we find that really interesting.
Many visitors don't know that the bridge's 70,000-ton towers are part of the attraction. A few times a year, the huge empty spaces inside them are used for chamber concerts.
If you ever come through the arches of the main towers of Tower Bridge, beneath you is a drop of about 30 metres, which takes you almost down to the river level. It's an extraordinary space. You've got amazing acoustics, and it is a very, very, very unique place to go for a concert. You won't be surprised to know that those sold out very, very quickly.
And if you can't get tickets for the chamber concerts, never fear. You can always listen to one of the many street musicians. Against scenery that's unique in the world.